as you said, as much as it is like hard and challenging, I wouldn't change my decision for the world.
Mommy.
Dream that got me on.
Ballsy.
Oh, white family music. I'm going back to where I belong. You're the reason why I'm singing this song. Boy, I didn't know wrong, but you broke my heart.
Piper music.
Watch it. It be so way you did. It be so how you play me, you blow me away.
Hi guys, we're Team Apple. We're a family of 4 who've moved to Ghana, and we want to support you in doing the same joyfully and easily as well. So today I'm especially excited because you guys know I've been talking about this for a while. I'm here at Colorbox, the actual headquarters, and my favorite CEO. So please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, so my name is Mrs. Stephanie Adu and I am the founder and CEO of Colorbox Cosmetics. We are an affordable luxury beauty brand that caters to the modern African woman. So we really try and strive to make all of our products super affordable but give you great quality without breaking the bank. So that's what we stand for.
And quality it is.
Yes.
Yeah, the unboxing video I did, that was genuine. I was so excited. And the thing is, I wanted to really talk to you today about your move to Ghana because
Yeah.
as we can tell, you have got the London accent too.
I have,
So
yes.
when did you move to Ghana?
2014 officially.
Wow.
And that's when I moved over, and it was a rough time because there was light off, the FX was just blowing up out of proportion. But I came to Ghana with a dream, some savings, and I said, you know what, I'm going to give it 3 years and I'm going to give it my best shot.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Like, that's the best advice. That video can end here. That was amazing. So you're really one of those who moved when there wasn't all the stuff there is now. There's loads here now that there wasn't before.
No.
So what made you decide, okay, I'm going to actually move to Ghana?
So I was an investment banker before, and the credit crunch was happening, and so there was an opportunity for people like myself who thought maybe, if I want to do my own thing, now's the time. May have a little bit of money saved up. I wasn't married at the time, no kids at the time, so I could just be free to kind of do what I wanted to do and put my whole energy into it.
I remember those days.
There's
like
whole
a dream.
energy. So literally with naivety and some good hope, I just moved to Ghana. And I hadn't lived here before, but I did come and stay for like prolonged periods of time just before the move and did some hardcore research to understand, okay, do I want to get into this industry? Is this an environment which I can kind of strive in? And all the answers led to yes. So I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a go.
Why Ghana? Why did you put your eyes on Ghana at the time?
Familiar. It was just a familiar surrounding. So again, being quite naive, thinking, oh, you're familiar, so it must kind of be easier. But then again, Ghana is much more of a business-friendly environment than, say, our neighbours, Nigeria, which is a huge market, but you definitely need a different angle to enter. So it was kind of like a softer landing, where it's kind of familiar, and you have the confidence to kind of go and do the research, talk to people, or try and understand, and maybe try and use a connection or two to kind of get information that you need. So that's really why Ghana was the first choice.
The first choice, and that's amazing. So initially, when you did the first jump over, did you say you weren't married at the time?
No.
So did you come single?
No, I
came together.
Do you know what? No, actually, he wasn't actually first supportive of my move.
Okay.
Actually, and so that created a little bit of tension in the relationship. But then we kind of obviously figured it out later on. But my parents, again, at the time, were also like, you crazy? You crazy? What do you mean? They were like, give her a year, she'll be back.
Wow.
Yeah. They're like, why are we going to stop you? Just go, give you a year, you'll be back. So it was just literally me, with just full of vim, coming to just try out, and then kind of everybody just joined on the train when they realized I was serious.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that you were meaning to succeed.
Yes.
So when you did it, obviously you prepared, pre-planned, and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
What were the initial challenges?
Challenges, I mean, as I said, Ghana at that time was rough. 24 hours light off, 12 hours light on. That's tough, you know. And as I said, you know, for me, it wasn't actually that bad because I was bringing pounds at that time.
Yeah.
But when you converted into those pounds into cedis and the FX rate blew up, like it almost doubled, then you were trying to import products,
Yeah.
then that becomes a massive issue in terms of logistics for your business and supply and even quantities, etc. So that was big. And then adjusting and coming to being humbled that just because maybe you come from a part of the world where there's a huge setup, there's organization or a much more organized structure,
Yeah.
that when you come to a developing nation like ours, there is a different way you have to navigate. There's a different way you need to conduct yourself in order to get things done. So that humbling experience was definitely a challenge. And human resources, finding people to believe in what you're trying to do, to help you push the vision along.
Yeah. Was it Colorbox you came with? Was that the
Do
vision?
you know, no, it wasn't actually.
So what was it that you wanted to come
So
and
it was
do?
definitely cosmetics, and I had found an old university friend of mine whose dad actually wanted to get into cosmetics, and he was quite a wealthy guy. So we had an investor. It was like a team effort.
Yeah.
We went to Poland to look at other international brands we were trying to bring into Ghana, but the goal was really at the end to start my own. Right. So when the whole madness of the FX and just the country was kind of looking unstable, of course the investment fell through, which is not uncommon. 9 times out of 10, investments fall through. It's not usually anything personal at all. It's just business.
Yeah.
But I had done the research. I had a little bit of savings. I was like, you know what? I believe this can work.
Woo!
I believe this can work.
Yeah.
I've done my research. I've spoken. I have the energy. Let me try.
Yeah.
And so that's really what kickstarted Colorbox.
Yeah. So how long's Colorbox been running for now?
Since 2014, but I would say I had to take a little break because unfortunately I got into a massive car accident in Ghana.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was wild.
Was it
2017.
2017?
Yeah, 2017. So I was grinding. The business was growing, and then it was like near fatal. So I had to go back to the UK.
Oh my gosh.
I had to take like a break for 1.5 years,
Yeah.
and then came back. But I came back to a functioning business. That's when I knew that I had to continue.
You came back and it was still functioning. And you've
functioning.
been gone. That's unheard. Unheard.
That's what
of.
this is what I knew. This is not about me.
Yeah.
Okay, like if the business was growing, this is literally. I mean, there's no other sign I needed but to continue.
At all.
So that's literally why. And then I came back, went with another big bang, and been growing ever since. So yeah.
During that time off, did you ever think to yourself, "Oh, I'm comfortable again"?
Absolutely.
Here, as in, like,
Absolutely.
Will I go back?
Absolutely. Even we started to explore even people buying out Colorbox.
Right.
I was exploring all options because when you meet near death, you analyze everything.
I'm sure.
But at the end of the day, the analysis all came to and prayer, and everything came down to this business was growing. It wasn't because of Colorbox that this incident happened, and it's still going.
Yeah.
I think it's a sign. Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
So your partner at the time,
Yeah.
what was his? So at what point did he say, "You know what? Let me go and support you in this"?
So he was really like, he helped me do my spreadsheets in the beginning, etc. But the transition, I think, was it was challenging for him too because he wasn't coming over with me in that sense.
Right at the time, it was going to be separation in
Yes,
terms of
long
physical,
distance, absolutely. But then we found our rhythm again, and then he kind of jumped on, and now he cannot go into a room without talking about, oh, my wife, she does Colorbox. So it's super cute, yeah, it's super proud, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're both settled here now.
No, actually, we're still like.
You're international.
And
yeah,
he
international
travels
business.
way more than me.
Amazing.
And he's still in finance. So that's what we met. We met actually in finance. So, but yeah, we have an understanding now, and it really, really works for us. So
that's brilliant.
Yeah.
And talk about international.
Yeah.
You've been in Dubai recently,
Yeah.
right? So are you taking Colorbox out of Ghana?
Yes. Dubai was more of an opportunity for brand awareness, and we wanted to have like a package and just to take people along on a journey with us, since many people can't travel due to COVID or whatever else. The people have been stuck in the house.
Yes.
So we're like, you know what? Let's really kind of build up morale, take them on the trip with us, and then give them something to be happy about. So,
I think there was a lot of buzz and excitement around that.
Yeah, and I'm really happy because a lot of hard work went into that trip. So I'm really happy that it's kind of paid off and people really enjoy the whole experience with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're trying to, not trying, we will go into Nigeria very soon.
Yes.
Kenya, and hopefully the UK towards the end of the year.
Okay. Because trading in Africa itself, in the continent, I think they've made it a lot easier now, haven't they? So
it's still quite hard with logistics.
Okay.
Delivery, because our products are really affordable.
Yeah.
So the delivery fee of getting our products to Kenya might be the same value as the product itself. And so that becomes a challenge for our consumers. But we're trying to it's getting much, much better. And we're trying to just find unique ways of beating the logistics game.
Okay, talked about challenges. Let's out the window the challenges. Now you're in Ghana.
Yeah.
What have been some of the blessings and the positives that you've experienced?
I mean, as you said, as much as it is like hard and challenging, I wouldn't change my decision for the world. I wouldn't change it for the world. You grow as a person in more ways than you could ever imagine. You get to know yourself a lot more. You get to trust yourself a lot more. You get to put things in perspective. Ghana has a beautiful way of doing that, where life is not all about work, or life is not all about, whatever dramas are going on.
Yeah.
People here find a way to really be happy, no matter their circumstance. That's infectious. It really gets into your bloodstream.
It does.
And just really helps you to understand, you know what? My energy needs to be put towards positive things. And it's not all the time where you said you focus on the challenges or the things that you can't control.
Yeah.
You focus on the things that you can control. And I think that's just been one of the biggest benefits ever that I think living in any other place really, but in Ghana particularly, has given. And I don't know, just a new lease of life. Just expands your mind. Like in the UK, you can feel set that this is how things are.
Yeah.
But here, there's endless possibilities.
The opportunities.
Endless.
Wow.
Yeah. So it really helps you be like, wow, people are really moving and shaking and doing things. And the UK is just an island in the whole world. There's all these things happening in the globe. And how do you get a piece of that? And so it's exciting.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, it is.
For someone like me, I've only been here 4 months now.
Wow.
So I'm just a baby. I'm like, wow, she's been here 2014. It's serious. So for those of us, in fact, there are so many I feel like are coming over now. There's a shift, there's a movement happening.
Yeah.
So people are thinking about or definitely coming to Ghana. So what would you say to those who are sort of thinking about it, about actually moving? What advice could you give?
Ooh, I'm very practical. Because the last thing I want, and it has happened, is for people to move over and within a couple of years to move back.
Yeah.
Or for people to come over and not really know what value they're trying to add. Yeah. We are trying to build here.
Exactly.
We are really trying to build. We need your A game. We do not need mediocre. We don't need it. So to be very, very focused on what you're coming to do here. Is it that you want a corporate job? Then to be very focused and try and be, quite tunnel vision and aggressive about what you want. If it's to do entrepreneurship, please do your research. Please take the time to really understand the market. Make no assumptions. As I say to everybody, the same way, if someone told you there's $1 million idea in the middle of China and you could do it, that same level of research and paranoia that you would put into that business idea to see if it would work is the same level if you're coming to any country that you have not lived in. So that just making sure that you've got your plan Bs, your plan Cs, you try and understand the terrain, and just understand that nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. You are coming into somebody else's environment, so you have to know. So
true.
Yeah, you are
such a good point.
Seriously, yeah. So just make sure that you come humble, you come to learn, you come open-minded, but be very aggressive and bring your A game. Just bring it. Yeah. We want to see it. We really want to see it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I wasn't really asking that question for those coming. It was more for me. I'm here making notes. Sorry guys, let me just. Amazing. Bring your A game.
Bring your A game.
And such a key point is we are all entering someone else's environment,
Yes.
whether we're Ghanaian or not.
Yes.
It's completely different. And
Absolutely.
I've constantly caught myself coming here saying, actually, things should be like this, or I think things should be like that. And it's like, no, you've entered into an already set system
Yeah.
that we have to adapt to.
We can try and improve it. That's the thing. But it's like, I actually honestly believe the more people that come with a different viewpoint will be able to push the system along in a way where it does benefit everyone. Because that's the goal, you know,
Yes.
that it benefits everybody. But yeah, it's definitely, the system will teach you anyway. The system will teach you to calm down. You know, it has a really funny way of
Doing
telling you
that.
to relax. You know,
It's true. I think within a week
Yeah.
you'll already be like forced to just slow down. We don't do it like this. Giddy, giddy, giddy.
So then you try to understand, okay, so this is how they do it. So how can I now push this along in a way that will suit me,
Yeah.
and just be maybe beneficial to everybody?
Yeah.
But
The reason I feel so drawn to Colorbox, what you've done, the branding is just super strong and
I
it's
really
so
appreciate
powerful. And I talk about that because it, you know, when you see what you do, you're very consistent with it. What size is your team now? How many have you employed?
we have 5 permanent staff, and then we have 3 part-time staff. And what I try to do is that I am quite a firm boss, but I also am quite fair. So like today, we have one of our colleagues that had her birthday a couple of days ago. I bought a secret cake and some cupcakes, and we're gonna surprise her later. Right. And for example, you saw that in Dubai. One of my most loyal staff members who's been with me for 5 years, I actually took her to Dubai with me.
Yes.
Right? But I will literally make sure that you are doing your work to the best of your ability, as you have a common goal for Colorbox.
Yeah.
So I try to make everybody understand that joins, that it's not personal. It's literally about, what's the analogy I use? That Colorbox is like a toddler, and I'm the mum. If you come in and you abuse my toddler, obviously the mum's going to be angry.
Yeah.
If you come in and you nourish and you help the toddler to grow, the mum's going to be happy.
Yes.
So that's the analogy in terms of how I look at it, how I look at it concerning my staff and how they should view Colorbox.
Yeah.
So with the team, it's definitely a challenge, and there's definitely been some learning curves along the way. But I'm now at a place where I can identify what I think is needed for Colorbox, and if there's something in you that I think you maybe don't even know that I can nourish and nurture for you to be like, okay, this is something that you can be great at, then I'll really invest my time. But you definitely need to be, especially as a woman, you need to be firm.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
I was
push.
going to ask you that. So as you are the boss here, how do you keep the quality control? How do you keep that, practically speaking?
Yeah, I'm very hands-on, extremely hands-on, no matter where I am in the world. And there's not a thing where, if there's something I'm not happy about, I will absolutely pull you up on it.
Okay.
So very transparent, very open, and then it's up to you how you will react.
Has that taken time to build to become that?
Yeah.
Would you say,
For
or did you
sure.
step into it like that?
No.
Okay.
Because the working environment, for example, in the West or in London, the dynamics are so different. Even the education here, that the fact that you're not necessarily taught to critical think, or critical thinking is not a big part of the curriculum here.
Okay.
So it's really taken a bit of time. Even some of my more newer staff are like, wow, you really ask my opinion, you really expect me to actually think, and you give me responsibility for this thing, and it gives them a sense of ownership. But it is a process of, no, it's not just what I say, I want your opinion, I want your input into what we are doing. But
what is next for the future of Colorbox?
we are super excited about expanding our initiatives. And we have been creative in this time, because COVID really obviously restricts your face-to-face interactions. So how can we reach people, or more women that we know are going to love Colorbox?
Yeah.
So we have some initiatives in the pipeline, whether it's working with makeup artists that teach classes, or whether it's going into new industries through partnerships. So that is something that we're super, super interested in. And in a couple of years' time, the goal is to go into a full makeup line, to be like super aggressive and be like full. But I think we'll need a couple of years to really make sure that we are solid and cemented and become a real household name, and start to just get as much feedback as possible, so that we, when we hit the ground running with that next big launch, then we know we've got it set.
Amazing. Very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to talk to you again when that happens.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, we'll invite you to the work. You know, we do launch parties
Okay.
when we do, so we'll definitely invite you. You'll have an amazing
I
time.
would love to come.
Yeah.
So
we
Stephanie,
do.
thank you so much for
You're
your
so
time.
welcome.
And is there anything you wanted to add to the people out there?
Wow. Guys, I will say that Ghana is a really beautiful place, and it is one to really be considered to move. But I really want to stress that as you're making your preparations to come, make sure that you have your just make sure you have your practical hat on. So whether it's about finances, whether it's about your career, your next step in life, just really try and take the time to plan and plan well. Now, plans may not obviously go according to how you want them to go, but if you have a plan, that means that you can adapt it at any point in time. And I know that this is real advice that helped me when I was on my journey, and I really hope it is also going to help you. So just be practical, and just come with lots of vim and bring your A game.
Hey, and stay flawless.
And stay flawless.
Right, I'm going to put all of Colorbox's details in the description box so you two know how to get your own box. So guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.